Yeah, let's get started. The first thing that I always notice is that when people make their first dollars with AdSense is that they're broadening their content. So people think, okay, I get good content, but I could certainly make much more money if I would broaden my content, if I would go into more niches, and that way no longer stick to my original niche, but to enter multiple niches. There's one big problem about that, and that is that the more general your content is in general, the lower your CPC is, and the cost per click is pretty much important for your AdSense earnings. And what's also vital for your AdSense earnings is that at some point you get advertisers to advertise on your website. That's going to greatly boost your cost per click, your CPC, because that way advertisers bid for keywords or bid for not for keywords, they bid for ad space on your website. So making your website more general will not make advertisers advertise on your site because they have niche products. That's where they're going on the internet for marketing. So stick to your niche. That's my recommendation. Second thing I always notice is that once people sign up and make their first bucks, they usually start clicking their own ads, or some people say, oh, I could just tell my friends or my family to click my ads. Google won't notice that, but that's wrong. Firstly, Google notices everything. Secondly, even if Google wouldn't notice you, they have a very nice algorithm, and the algorithm automatically adjusts your cost per click depending on how many conversions the advertiser is getting. So whenever people click on your ads and don't buy anything, which is the case if people just click your ads, then it's also going to lower your cost per click on the long term, and you won't benefit from it. And also Google, of course, always checks how many clicks you get and how many clicks might be potential misclicks. And depending on that, they might even close your account. So don't do that. Third thing I recommend you to do is use AdSense channels. I'm blind without my glasses, and same thing applies to AdSense. If you don't use any AdSense channels, then you're basically blind. AdSense channels are like glasses. And just have a look. I mean, I've been using only 1 or 2 channels for, let's say, a year. And so what I'm now doing is I'm using multiple channels. I'm using channels for each part on my website. As you can see here, for example, I get tons of channels. And yeah, I got channels for everything. And what you can see here is targetable. Basically, advertisers can target your channels. And if they target channels, then you have the previously mentioned advantages. You get a way higher CPC. So use many channels, try to split them all over your site. Firstly, you get advertisers to advertise on your website. Secondly, you can track performance changes when, for example, changing layout or positions of your AdSense units. And fourth tip would be to choose good AdSense placements. And what I want to show you is the so-called AdSense heat map. Let me just search it. AdSense heat map Flickr. You can also find it, of course, on the official AdSense blog. And of course, this shows you where you have to place your ads. I mean, it's obvious. No people are looking in the footer, so placing your ads in the footer isn't going to get you any clicks at all. You have to place your ads right around your hot content, because that's where people are looking, and then they see the ads and then eventually click them. So avoid footer placements and placements in the lower sidebar or something like that. And fifth thing I recommend you, not fifth thing I recommend you, but fifth thing is banner blindness. And a lot of people are talking about banner blindness nowadays, and it's a big problem. You can compare it to television, because I mean, when you're watching television, be honest, are you still watching advertisements? I'm not, and same applies to people on the internet. They most likely ignore ads. And this is a nice case study, user.com, and it shows that people ignore banners. So we have to put all effort in making our ads look less like banners, and we have to make our ad look like actual content, because then people can see it's an ad. And if they see it's an ad, which is, for example, the case when using leaderboard formats or just in general horizontal ad units or excessive image ads which aren't related, then yeah, your ads suffer from banner blindness. So the consequence is that we have to make our ad design tricky and make our ads look like content, which leads us to the sixth and last point, and that's choosing good AdSense colors. And the basic key is to blend your ads. Blending means that you make the ads look similar to content which is around your ad units. And what we can see here, for example, is a relatively good blended AdSense unit. So what we have to do is we have to remove the border, and we have to make the background color of the AdSense unit the same color as the background of the area where you placed the AdSense unit. So color border, both border and background color the same area as the text, or just the same background color as around your AdSense unit. So in this case, that would be white. What you also want to do is you want to change the text color of the ad unit to the same color as the text on your website, because that way your ad looks more like content, like part of the content. Also change your URL, that's the URL below, it's currently black. Change it to the same color as the text color. So make both, in this case, both should be black. And by doing so, you lead all the attention, you put all the attention of your visitor to the title, and by doing so, people see the title, and it even looks like a link because we're using a blue color. So keep that in mind, always blue colors as title. We focus all the attention of our visitor to the title, and that way they are like, oh, that could be a link, and then they click on it. That's what's gonna get you the money. And here, when selecting the fonts, you should make sure that you choose a font which is relevant, or which is actually the font which you use on your website. That way you blend your ads even better. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'm Hendrik from duoblogger.com.